Welcome to another amazing conversation right here on Unlock Your Soul with yours truly, Anto, Neosoul. We are the ever beautiful Nairobi Street Kitchen, and we love them for allowing us to use this amazing space. I am with one of Kenya's foremost digital content creators, digital visual storytellers. I'm telling you, when it comes to content, fashion, coming up with concepts, working with brands, and also having her own podcast where you need
What an
founder our content in Kenya.
silly.
The one and only Stephanie Nganga. Welcome.
Thank you for having me, Anto.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. We're actually at Find Dough, which is the pizza section of Nairobi City Kitchen.
Yeah.
And I just found out that you're actually a very good pizza cook. Is that the word? Yeah.
Chef.
Chef. Ile pizza lionolipika, manzi, your pizza was thick.
Yeah.
I was like, if only everybody... Your pizza was very bad for business, by the way. Because you'll just be like, hold up, we are very popular, but where is the money?
Feasible to make such pizza.
It was so good. So when did you learn? I know that happened during COVID.
Yeah.
But when did you know, I can make good pizza?
So during COVID, I kept on ordering like takeout, and my mom was like, "This is becoming too expensive.
Yeah.
Why don't you just learn?" And I was like, "Serious?"
Yeah.
So we were in the kitchen and we were like, "Okay." We googled recipes and then we tried. And of course, the first time we lit, okay, you know,
Ilikuwa like, yeah,
Zimbabwe.
only a mother can love. Oh, Zimbabwe.
Yeah, it came out.
Oh
it
my
came
Lord.
out Kidogo
I
Zimbabwe.
wonder.
But then I continued practicing until now. That's something I often make at home.
Are you generally a good cook? Like, are you?
Yeah, I actually enjoy cooking, but I only do it when from a place of I want to, not because that I need to.
Yeah.
You know, like how say you are going to wash dishes and then
Exactly,
someone says,
this
and they wash it. Ata sasa ndio
No,
utaosha.
Ati aki self tupikie.
No,
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Are you like a Kikuyu a good cook? Is it because of the
Are you
zufu?
asking about the stew?
Yeah, I just wanna know.
And the minji
Is
and
the
the
issue
carrot.
here is the carrot
the
and
waru.
you waste no ingredients.
No, I don't think I'm that. I don't think
You're
I'm
not
that
that
type. Yeah.
that
That,
zufu-ish.
yes, that and mawarus.
You're a good cook, period.
Yeah, chef
but not that
with
mwanze
style.
kunja niwapikie. It's not
Yeah.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, very, very belated happy birthday.
Thank you.
It was like a few weeks ago. What does this new era mean for you? What does turning a year older mean for you or mean to you?
Yeah, Kidogo, I say I'm stepping into my villain era.
Hey, is that what it is? Do you feel like that?
No, that's on a tangent.
I
I think
I was like, maybe not be wearing all black only.
dark colors.
You'll probably get tattoos on your
Watu.
face.
I know.
Yeah.
The new year for me means it feels like a rebirth. It feels like I'm going to be taking care of myself more. It feels like I'm going. This year is for ease and yes. So those are my two words for the year. Yes and ease.
And
yeah,
ease.
this kupaniki. Yeah.
No,
it
it's not
needs
happening.
Exactly, needs to take a back seat. And then saying yes to like new opportunities, meeting new people, learning new skills. Like I just signed up for salsa.
For real?
Wallahi.
Hey. Are you a good dancer, or you're like, you know
I'd like
what?
to think I'm one.
You're like-
I mean, I don't have two left feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
But I feel like you've always said yes a lot in your life based on the fact that I remember seeing you posting a throwback picture of you as a kid.
Yeah.
And you've always been a happy-go-lucky kid. Like, me, I'll roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Opportunities come my way, I'm gonna do them.
Yeah. I think when I say I'm going to be saying yes more often, it means even without having to overthink things, without things having to be like perfect and like cut to the T.
Yes.
So the yes is just for me to be even more spontaneous because I'm such a planner.
Yeah.
So saying yes means I also need to learn to relinquish some control. Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Learn to relinquish some control.
Yeah.
Do you appreciate yourself though for how far you've come and the achievements you've been making, and also most importantly, the really big moves you've been making as far as digital content creation is concerned?
If we're being honest, I don't truly think I appreciate myself more often
I
than
think
not.
you should,
I should be doing more.
Yeah.
Like if I find myself resting, it's always like from a place of enyewe niko pabaya. That's why I'm resting, not because I chose to.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm actively working on in my new year, to learn to appreciate myself, to give myself flowers. Because I think there's something I usually say, how your heart is kind, but your brain is very mean. And I'm my biggest critic.
You know, one of the things I'm having to teach myself,
Yeah.
and especially after I've seen very scary things that have happened to people,
Yeah.
is really like stopping living in my head.
Me or you?
Where
I have a residence up here.
I've had to myself, like, Anto, you're going to the podcast.
Yeah.
All these worlds and creations you're creating, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Stop yourself. You need to just live in the moment. And it's always beautiful when I wake up in the morning and I have to do things. I don't think about how the road will be and what can happen on the road. So you realize, live in the moment. Because
Yeah.
I mean, you really have that one chance to live. So the least you can do is also it allows you to be joyous of everything around you.
Yeah,
it's very important.
appreciative,
Yeah.
present.
Present.
Because when you live in your head more often than not, you're not being present. Yeah. So
And it's very unfair to people because sometimes they also end up thinking, you know, is he not comfortable with us? Kumbe you're busy. Like,
you're in your head, friend.
you're in your head. I remember when we were kids
Yeah.
and a teacher finds you mezuba class, you're just like in your own world. And the teachers would ask you, Anthony, I asked you a question. Oh, teacher, sorry, my head was far. Follow your head there. Follow your head there. What are you doing here if your head is far? Follow, it's you really have to. But also in the same breath, we also have to teach ourselves to stop comparing ourselves to people who we're contemporaries with or our peers. Do you find yourself, just sometimes, saying, oh, I wish, oh, I should have, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
And you have to tell yourself, nope. Maybe people do look up to you as much as you probably think that they are probably competing with you.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I mean, I know comparison is the thief of joy,
Yeah.
but it's easier said than done. Because also in this space, I feel like sometimes we are constantly put against each other.
Yeah.
Or our creations are like measured metrically. One is performing this way and the other is not.
Yeah.
So that's also something I'm actively trying to work on. But it's very difficult.
Yeah.
It's very, very difficult. I think, as I've said, it's way easier said than done. It's one thing to say,
Yeah.
comparison is the thief of joy, but on the ground,
It's a lie, because I mean, if you imagine you're working with someone who you're doing the same sort of campaigns,
Yeah.
and then they land here with an E-Class Mercedes Benz. I mean, naturally you'll be like, hold up,
yeah.
Kwani, we do the same campaigns, how much does this person get paid? Naturally. And you'll be like, oh, I want to know,
Am I doing something
am I doing
wrong?
something wrong?
Am I not doing enough?
Yeah, am I doing enough? Or I don't know how to bargain. Like, what is
Yeah.
the issue with me?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the person just comes from a rich family. But again, like you're saying, we will compare. It is what it is. We really will compare.
Yeah.
But before we knew how do your friends call it? Do they call you Steph or
Steph.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we knew Steph, on online, on social media, I think there's a backstory to who you are.
Yeah.
Where does stuff come from? What kind of family did you come from? Where did you go to school? Who was Stephanie before Steph?
That's so interesting, because sometimes it feels like I've often lived a million lifetimes.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to reflect. So Steph before Stephanie Nganga, the brand.
Yes.
So I grew up in a family of 4 kids. So I have 3 siblings, two older sisters and a younger brother.
Ah, so you're a middle kid.
I'm a middle child.
A middle child,
I'm
yeah.
a middle child, but I like to say I'm the last born daughter.
Ah.
For emphasis, yeah.
Still, Mujwange. Spoil me.
I'm a last born, just last born daughter.
Exactly, baby girl.
Yeah, so I went to Catholic schools growing up. I went to Mountain View School for primary. Then I went to Precious Blood Rerouter.
Ah, you're a choppy. You went to PB.
Yeah.
When it's choppy, it means you're good like in math and chemistry and all those things.
Those were not my strengths. Languages are my strengths.
But we're not choppy. You need to Precious Blood.
Like, we try.
You're a choppy man. Say, I mean, I used to see girls in the router.
Yeah.
You're like, all these girls are just smart.
But now you see that you see when I talk about comparison, like
Yes.
you get to a space like that where everybody is smart.
Exactly.
And then you start to feel even less smart.
Yeah. And yet they're probably even afraid of you.
Yeah. So I went to PB, and then for uni I did my undergraduate in journalism.
Okay.
I concentrated in broadcast at GSIU.
Okay. You didn't go to Kwea. That's the only place where you missed it. Because being a Catholic and going
because of
Catholic
where
schools.
we live.
Okay.
So it's in such close proximity.
Or you're from Thika Road?
Yeah, I'm a Thika
I mean,
Road
Kwea
baby.
is far.
It would have been a road trip. Yeah.
And then the hyenas are Nabra.
Yeah.
It's never that serious.
I still had like love for makeup and fashion even growing up. I was always ule mtoto anapenda kujipamba. Ama nini unavaa
unajipenda.
Exactly. So I think even before I started creating content, I was tapping into those niches of things that I loved. My sisters, even my mom, they're not into makeup at all. But for me, it was something that used to make me feel so great about myself. I remember the first makeup palette I got.
Yeah.
I got it just in some cosmetic store in Roisa.
Yeah.
And it was and it was
Yeah, I
a
don't trust
small
that one.
palette. I'm serious. It was a small palette, and I'll never forget. It was small and just had shimmers. It was just glitter.
Yeah.
So, and it looked like Usha's Cosmetics, and I used to do shwa shwa. And I'm out to the house, and the thickest liner
Yeah.
for 50 bob. So I think Steph before Stephanie Nganga still liked those things. And
Yeah,
I
you've
still
had
liked
your
beauty.
Roisambu phase.
Yeah.
Roisambu era. That's what it was.
Yeah. So yeah, I was actively in drama in high school.
Yeah, that's the
and
one that I
also
saw, yeah.
in primary school as well. So I've always been like I wouldn't call myself a theater kid, but I liked drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also growing up, a lot of times I always love to sort of scope relationships between daughters and their dads, daughters and their moms. How was that kind of relationship? Are you a dad's girl kind of girl?
I wouldn't particularly say so. I think
Yeah.
I'm more of a mommy's. Okay, she has 3 girls, so I don't know which one is which.
Yeah.
But I like to think I'm her favorite.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I've seen you
Shikwa
with your
Nwairiwo.
mom. Your mom looks young.
Yeah.
Like you guys have kept her young. I'm on pace stress.
At
But
least yet.
but I'll probably ask mom, is this girl giving you stress? Because then your mom is probably watching this and saying, yes, kijana wangu. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, I'd like to think I'm a mom's girl.
Yeah.
But our relationship, I think, has become better even now as an adult.
Yeah,
where
the
now
older
we
you
are
grow,
actively
yeah.
having like tough conversations.
Yeah.
Or I'm actually getting to know her outside of the role that she plays in my life as a mom, but more of Maria the person.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's been beautiful to see.
This reminds me of a conversation Whoopi Goldberg had on The View, and she was saying that parents should not be friends with their children.
I mean,
Yeah.
I agree with that to some extent.
Okay.
Because I think also my parents are from a very older generation. So, of course, there are things I don't tell her. It doesn't mean I
Yeah.
just sit and kiki with her. I'll say,
Yeah.
hey, girl.
Ati, imagine
go.
Jana.
Okay.
Ati, mom, imagine this boy. Mom is like, excuse me.
No, like we
Please.
still have that level of respect.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's also just getting to know her as the person that she is outside of the role that she plays.
Okay, that's very
Yeah.
interesting. Would you mother the same way that you've been mothered?
I mean, she did her best.
Yeah.
Maybe what I would change is if I was to get children of my own, I think it would be more gentle parenting.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
Our
us,
parents
we've
were just-
grown
our
up by,
parents were
like,
just wakali too,
kiboko,
manze.
You know, so I think I would,
Yeah, those are some of the tough conversations that I've also had with my mom and my
Yeah.
and my mom, and I'm like, I think you guys were probably sometimes too strict.
very.
I think you guys were like, it was too much, and explain to how we come from a different time.
Yeah.
And they really convince themselves that unajua kama ingekuwa hivyo ungekuwa who you are today. And you're like, no.
But how would they know that?
Yeah, how
Like,
would you know?
Like, who is to say
Yeah,
that?
so we've
Yeah.
really and that's a beauty now when you have those conversations without like rohombaya, you
Yeah.
just having
Like,
honest,
it's just a conversation.
just a conversation.
Yeah.
And I think it is possible to raise our kids in that way.
Yeah.
Are you a Gen Z or millennial? You're a Gen Z.
I'm a Gen Z.
Yeah, you guys are the ones who change the world.
Yeah, for sure. I
you
love
guys-
being a Gen Z. It's so fun.
Yeah, you guys will change the world.
Yeah.
We were with someone yesterday when we were shooting, and he joined us. And we're asking him, by the way, how come he's not going back to work? He's like, this is like 4 p.m. He's supposed to go on a lunch break.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, me, I just not my mental state. I'm not going back to the
Yeah.
office.
Yeah.
Guy, Nikamza, you're not going back to the office.
Say you would be rushing.
Me, I'd be,
run
and I
back.
told him, if it was you guys and be my time,
Yeah.
I'd run to you guys to say hi during the shoot.
Yeah.
That's already 30 minutes. Then now this other 30 minutes is to go back
Yeah.
to work.
To work.
So I'm just on time. So we really have to take care of ourselves. How do you take care of yourself mentally? I already, like, we've spoken about being present. But are there other things? Like, it's funny because I feel like you're very intentional.
Yeah.
And without me asking the question, you've actually been doing that.
Yeah.
For example, the salsa, being present.
Yeah.
But are there any other ways that you take care of yourself mentally to ensure that, maybe getting a therapist or a psychologist?
Yeah,
Have you done any of that?
Yeah, I'm actively in therapy. I just had my session yesterday. I have weekly sessions every
That is so
Wednesday.
good. Yeah.
And therapy for me, it brings so much clarity to mind and peace to heart. And especially because I think within our business or within our field, Stephanie Nganga, the brand, needs to relies on Stephanie Nganga, the individual. Like
Yes.
both of them need to be at subpar.
Yes.
So if I'm not okay here, then I'm not able, or I'm not in a position to effectively and efficiently create the content that people expect me to, or even just that I want to create.
Yes.
So therapy has been one of those things that has really brought a lot of clarity.
Yeah.
A lot of clarity. And it's also taught me so many things about myself, and even just around the relationships that I have, because I feel like often I operate like things that are given. Like, you got to sawa, or
Yeah.
it will fix itself.
Yeah.
But then now you learn to intentionally put so much effort into the friendship you have with yourself and with those around
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
For me, and wellness is very important.
Yeah.
I mean, it's what we take it for granted. Just
Yeah.
being and one of the things that I realized when I did do therapy and did a couple of wellness classes and stuff, I realized boundaries. And boundaries is not about, people think boundaries is missing and hungry. No, it's just small things like
Yeah.
how you take care of people's time and and what it means when people keep time for you, or when
Yeah.
you keep time for people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're taking that journey. But then now let's go to your creation process and
Yeah.
the clarity that comes with that.
Yeah.
How does Steph create? Like when you wake up in the morning, maybe you let's assume now you get an email from a client.
Okay.
Hi Steph. Hi Stefan Nyanga. Hi, my name is Anto. I'm calling from Nairobi. Email is from Nairobi Street Kitchen, writing from NSK. Would really love to work with you.
Yeah.
And we've sent this. Here's a brief of some of the work we'd like to do.
Yeah.
Then Steph now takes it over. What happens after that?
Okay, so I think there's like the admin side, and then now there's the creative side.
Uh-huh.
So that's how usually I break it down. So admin is basically I ask three things: timeline, budget, and deliverables. So okay, when would you want for us to start this engagement?
Yes.
NSK.
Yes.
Hi, what is the proposed budget for this engagement?
Yes.
What are my expected deliverables? And then what are my do's and don'ts? Like what's the brief?
Yes.
So when I get an understanding of the admin side of things, then I'm like, okay, now I can tap into my creative or exercise my creative muscle.
Yeah.
So when it comes now to the creative side, I don't have process, and I think sometimes people always assume there's like a process I have.
Yeah.
Literally, it's just inspiration comes to me at random, things that I've music that I listen to, conversations I have with people, movies, because I'm a big fan of film.
Nice.
So those are the type of, like, when it comes to the creative process, it would probably be something I've been meaning to create already, and then now I see how I can integrate said brand or said product into that creation. Funny thing, until most the ideas, like I think some of my best ideas come to me at random, two places.
Yep.
In the house of the Lord on a Sunday.
Serious.
Wallahi. And I'm
Hiya.
on my toilet seat.
Yeah, toilet seat.
It's usually so random.
By the way, you know,
It's so random.
when I was thinking of this podcast,
Yeah.
my first shoot literally was on a toilet seat.
Yeah.
And then it was a very beautiful. I used my phone.
Yeah.
And then I was playing my whole team. We now go and do the
Yeah.
shoot, and then the place got burnt down. Like, it was such a beautiful toilet.
Yeah.
I know it's so weird to say that. It's a beautiful
He's talked about so much about this toilet.
you'd understand if you knew.
Yeah.
Me, by the way, when I'm on the toilet, I
Yeah.
get ideas.
Same.
Hey, I don't know what
I think it's maybe
What
it's
is
in the there is a level of vulnerability.
Yeah.
And it's just you in
Yeah.
the toilet, and then it's just that quiet and serene, and it's literally just you, your thoughts, and the toilet.
Yeah, and then also, if you think about it, you're getting shit out. So
Defund Anto, please and thank you. Not you're getting shit out.
you're getting shit out. So
Yeah.
naturally, you're like getting toxicity out of your body.
Yeah.
And there's just good vibes.
It's just good vibes
Good
coming
vibes
in, and you
getting-
just take
yeah,
it in,
yeah.
and then you put it down. So yeah.
Are there brands that you feel like you probably had a difficult time, or not? No, let's not name specific brands.
Okay.
But like, what are some of the moments you felt like this was very difficult for me to work with? For example, for me, working with like more, let me say, Gava-esque brands is always beautiful, because to be honest, the money sometimes is really good.
Yeah.
But
The
the
execution.
level of, my God.
Yeah.
The execution, you're trying to be, that idea got on the toilet.
Yeah.
Hey, you realize I
On
think
the
I should have-
ground.
this one should have been somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because the seriousness, and they want to work with you.
Yeah.
Now the bureaucracy, the red tape. Oh, how's your caption gonna be? Like, okay, send the caption. No, you can't say this. I'm like, no, I can't.
Yeah.
But so there's a lot of who are some of the moments you've been like, hey, kazi si rahisi, or maybe even waiting to get paid. Okay,
Umetuma na mtu.
that's like, oh, someone owes you money right now, I know.
Wow.
But I mean, it's ridiculous.
It can be frustrating, and especially because I'm grateful that I've grown as a creator where I can invest in a team.
Yes.
But said team needs to eat.
Yes.
Like I have bills to pay.
Yes.
Salaries to roll out.
Yes.
So why is
you
my
guys love our
payment-
fashion.
It's
I have
very
to wear
expensive.
dress up for your brand, not for free.
Very expensive. And
Yeah.
even when even just like when you think about the fashion element, especially because we both share
Yes.
the love for creating things
Yes.
from scratch versus buying,
Yes.
and supporting made in Kenya brands, which
Exactly.
are great, but they're also expensive.
They are not cheap at all.
It's sometimes does not feel sustainable
Exactly,
to continue
yeah.
doing so, but
Yeah.
there's now the expectation that Anto is a very fashionable person, and even just for your own sanity,
Exactly,
you look
yeah.
good.
You don't,
look
yeah, you
like
want to
your
look good,
problems.
exactly.
So I think that the payment and even sometimes just miscommunication or communication breakdowns
Yeah.
can be very frustrating.
Yeah.
And especially when you've already put in the work.
Yeah.
Because when it's vice versa, they also expect me to deliver.
Mm-hmm.
But even after delivering, I'm like, okay, so
Yeah,
what's the update?
it's funny, I've had this conversation now with you're the second person. The last one was Nyakundi Saboke. And we said how you have to kosana with a brand or with a person at an office for you to get paid.
Yeah.
Ile, you're now contemplating, I think the only way I'll get paid is if I say something harsh,
Yeah.
and I know I'll get paid. But the problem is I'll have lost a relationship. I'll have burnt a bridge.
Yeah.
So it's very, I mean, it's very difficult.
I was having the same conversation today with my friend where she was like, just show up at the offices. And I was
You're
like,
like,
that
what?
could go two ways.
Yeah, two ways.
It's either now you are
I'll
going
get
to be
paid
blacklisted.
or else.
Yeah. On the or yeah.
And
Yeah, you get paid and get blacklisted.
Yeah.
Or now if maybe you have attained a level of, for lack of a better word, like fuck you money.
Yeah.
Where either way you will still get partnerships. But me sijafika hapo
yeah,
bado,
me I don't
so
have fuck you money, by the way.
I need
Hey,
money.
I can't pull those stunts. Like I've wanted to, by the way, even as I'm Anto Neosoul. Then I'm like, hey, tomorrow I'll not be Anto Neosoul. And also the thing is,
Tafadhali,
some
yeah.
of these guys you find like, I've had that moment to be honest, where I'm like, me, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna ask for my money. But the problem is, the person that I want to harakisha
Yeah.
ends up leaving one agency and moving to another. And let me use, because I work with them, so I think
Yeah.
it'll be okay if I mention them. Let's say I go and cause a ruckus at Ogilvy, and then the person working there is at Scanad. So it's the same people literally. And it's like, who you are partner na wachana na yeye? Who you? And they won't say the truth about what happened.
Yeah.
They'll probably say, who you? Aki
Yeah.
as a kulipwa, there'll be issues. So you see, you have to be careful of those relationships. So I think for me, we
Yeah.
have to be really careful. For someone who's starting off, who's getting these emails to get work and
Yeah.
all these things, and specifically to collaborations, why do you think it's important for them to collaborate, to
Yeah.
reach out? Even when we have this conversation about the podcast,
Yeah.
the first thing we do is like, there's a concept by the Anto, I want us to shoot together. Like we're always ready to work together.
Yeah.
What is so important about people working together like this?
Community. Community. I don't think even outside of this field, I think even just in other fields,
Yeah.
there's that want and need and sense for community.
Yeah.
Even just as humans, I think we're designed, or we are emotive in nature, and we're
Yes.
also supposed to be in that sharing is caring type of spirit.
Yeah.
So I think collaborations are so great because you also learn so much from people.
Yeah.
You get to see different POVs and perspectives, especially if more often than not you like to work alone, and then once you expand, you're like, oh wait, this is actually very interesting.
Yeah.
The SNS, for example, the show is literally built on the backbone of collaborations with creatives, and now with my audience, because it builds and fosters a sense of community.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, I love that. How's your podcast going? How do you? What are the pressures that are involved in it? Tell us all about it. Give us all the gist with
Okay.
SNS and how this came about, even, by the way.
So this was post undergrad,
Yeah.
and because I did broadcast journalism at the time, I knew I did not particularly have that much passion to
To be on a
practice it conventionally. But then I also wanted to do content full time, so I needed to find an intersection or a marriage between the two. So that's how the SNS was born. I like to call it, it's a labor of love. It's a
Yeah.
love child. It's
Yeah.
also a pressure child.
Yeah.
Because especially after you graduate, guys are like, okay, so what are you doing? So
Exactly.
napata job wapi? So
Yeah.
nafanya nini?
Yeah.
So the SNS was
Kwanza
a
at
platform.
events, at
Yeah.
family events.
Yeah.
Wewe unakuanga wapi siku hizi?
Ni nini hiyo unafanyanga siku hizi? So it's a platform that really was grown and born out of, I think, a place in my life that had so much uncertainty.
Yeah.
But now we birthed something beautiful, which is SNS.
I love that. I mean, one of the things I love about your podcast are the segments that you have.
Yeah.
and they really allow people to be vulnerable. And I think one of the things that people forget all the time is that human beings need validation.
Yeah.
You might pretend you don't want it, you don't like it, but it's not about a seeking attention thing. It's about you're a human being. If I tell you, by the way, like your perfume, it smells so good, you didn't wear it so I could tell you.
Yeah.
But me saying that, it's humanly, it's a good thing, you know.
Yeah.
But also imagine now you saying what I have gone through to be able to afford that.
Yeah.
That's vulnerability. That's being honest. So I love that about it.
Thank you.
We're gonna play a game based off of your podcast.
Yeah.
And we had rate or roast.
Okay.
So we'll play it later.
Why are you playing it later?
Yeah, later I was like, no.
Play it now. You
play it
brought
now.
it to the table. We play it now.
So give me my phone. I wanna play a game with Steph. It's called Rate or Roast. This is Jeff Akaranga. So the game is called Rate or Roast. And because I've seen you do it on your Instagram though.
Yeah.
So now I'm gonna do it with you.
We're gonna be. What are we rating?
We're rating your outfits.
Wow.
Yeah, and actually, you know, because these guys always have my phone.
Yeah.
So I can never have bad photos on my phone because these guys will judge me. So I'm gonna show you a photo of yours, and we'll play this on the screen. So guys, don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll show you a photo of yours, and you'll rate or roast yourself. Starting off with your birthday outfit.
Oh, that's a rate. That's like a triple rate.
What do you like about this outfit?
So this was curated by one of my favorite made in Kenya designers. She's called Eva Wambutu. Check her out. So we were recreating a piece from Zendaya's 2022 Variety After Party.
Where, you know, the thing when you say that is, for you.
Yeah.
I always tell guys, I always realize the theme of my conversation when I talk to the person. I never interview people at Iwidaki. There's a specific reason why. No. For you, I realize there's a power of intention. Yeah. You're intentional. Vanity Fair 2022. Bro. Hey, intention.
So we were going through like a catalog of all the looks that I usually want to recreate, or even just the person I'm channeling.
Yeah.
And then the hat, it was inspired by, there's a Nigerian fashion brand by a creator. She's called Style Connoisseur Angie, and the brand is called Anchill. And see Sifiki Beyao. So
yeah. Actually, man, so Beyonce was like, man, stress kuna. Was that Beyonce? How much is Steph earning?
Hey, Sifiki Beya, that brand. And also with the timing of when we were shooting this video, it wouldn't have arrived in time. So I pitched to Eva and I was like, and I also like giving her the creative freedom and even just the challenge. So yeah, this is a double rate. I ate it up.
You ate it up. This one is... For me, I really, because I love ripped jeans clearly. Yeah. I really love those jeans and the way you're able to block with a red, like a school boy jacket sort of thing. Yeah. It's very interesting. Yeah, I loved it. Yeah.
Thank you. No, I also really like this outfit. I think I like it more because it's also very functional. Like I can actually wear this. And even like when it comes to like how we say smart casual, you can pull this off. Maybe without the sunglasses. Yeah. But the sunglasses was to give it like a nice edgy look.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
That's a rate.
Is this home?
Yeah, this is home.
So are you a flower person? You love a environment person?
This is an artificial plant. Until I have killed plants.
Do you rate or roast? I love those shoes.
I think I would only rate it because of the shoes.
Yeah.
But this was channeling the Matrix. Growing up, I really used to like the Matrix. So yeah. So I love these silver platforms. They're gorgeous.
Villain. Is black your favorite color?
No, I actually rarely wear black. So this, I remember even when I wore this, I was like, it feels different because I think I like to channel a lot of color and print and texture. But this was just like the highlight is the shoes.
Yeah, you know most Kenyans wear black. That when they wear color, it's like now it's a bit different.
Yeah.
What about this look? This is a very simple this is Malindi, I think.
Yeah,
Malindi.
this is a Kilifi. This is actually another actually everything here is made in Kenya.
Yeah.
So this is a brand called Razana where they have gorgeous pieces. This is I'm forgetting the name of this, but they also custom make those beaded bags. Yeah. And I think it's like with recyclable material, so it's even better. And then the sandals as well. I would actually rate
Steffi, I saw you differently on this photo.
How did you saw me differently?
Nilikuona very differently.
Okay, maybe because it was like a lot of
Nah,
skin.
bruh, nah.
And it was fitting.
No. I mean, you've actually covered literally most of it, only the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like, thank God that they can't see on camera.
Yeah.
But I was like, Steph. I was like, Steph Anakwanga.
You know what is so funny? Like,
Yeah.
I feel because also my style has evolved over the years.
Yeah.
And more often than not, sometimes like today, how I'm wearing something form-fitting and then below baggy. But when I wear form-fitting things,
Yeah, but you know the
below,
thing
they're
is,
like,
I've
"Hey,
realized
girl."
something.
Yeah.
Girls who wear baggy clothes,
Yeah.
they always know. Like they
are
always know
hiding.
they always know they got it. It's like when you see girls always wearing dira, you
Yeah.
guys, all the time.
Yeah.
You always like them ako so ako so comfortable
Comfortable,
looking and
yeah,
comfortable.
yeah.
Because anajua akipiga look if they leave their house.
Yeah.
Everybody. So I really realized, yeah, I really love this outfit.
Oh, I love it
really
as
love this
well.
one.
This was during Barbie week. So I did a video for Hi Barbie. So I recreated.
Yeah, but I also like that you, even if it's for Barbie Week, Barbie World,
Yeah.
that you could wear this
Yeah.
another event and
Yeah.
still kill it.
Yeah.
And this was really beautiful.
Thank
I
you.
think we have this last one.
That's a rate as well.
This one I was like,
That's
I was like, now she's
great.
confirming to me that what I saw in the other photo.
Anto is killing me. Don't kill me.
Yeah. Anyway, this is a rate. We
yeah.
absolutely rate you. The next game we're gonna play is called Asking for a Friend.
Talk to
You know, in the
me.
link here, if I have x.com. By the way, this x.com thing, it really bothers me. Someone will think you're watching some funny, some funny videos.
Even the
bana.
fact that the platform is called
X.
is
It's just like unafani nuko. I'm like, no. It's actually in Twitter.
Yeah, it's
So when I
Twitter.
look at the link, I'm like, did I put the wrong link here? It's actually x.com. So this story here is a very interesting story that I'm gonna open for you.
Okay.
Hiya. So I met Sisi. This story is by Aqua Igbo girl.
Okay.
And this is a dilemma, and I want you to help this girl.
All right.
I met CC of Lagos 2 years ago on one job hunting WhatsApp groups. We became close, and it skyrocketed into what's supposed to be a genuine friendship.
Okay.
I got a job in Port Harcourt 2 months later and moved from Lagos to PH. And
Yeah.
by the way, sorry to mention, this is based off of your. I didn't mention that it's based off of your concept of asking for a friend.
Yeah.
So last year, there was a job opening in one of our company's subsidiary with a juicy offer.
Yeah.
First thought that came into my head was, Cynthia will want this job. I immediately called to notify her,
Yeah.
which she agreed, sent her CV. Her interview was scheduled for 12th of September.
Okay.
She called to complain about being low on finances and coming over immediately will be a problem. I agreed to pay for her flight
Yeah.
so she can be in PH on the 10th, which is a Sunday. When she landed in Port Harcourt on Sunday, I called my man so we can take her around the city and give her a treat.
Yeah.
I introduced my boyfriend Obinna to her and made sure she was comfortable and had a great time. Sheltered and fed this babe for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All the while, I had no idea I was wasting my time, food, money, and energy on a devil. Anytime I returned from work, she's not at home, which was becoming a routine.
Yeah.
Confronted and asked about her frequent absence. According to her, she met a nice guy. I can't police a grown woman, so I
Yeah.
told her to be careful and be security conscious because Port Harcourt isn't safe.
Yeah.
She returned to Lagos in October since she didn't pass the second phase of the interview.
Okay.
Our communication reduced, and I noticed she was intentionally avoiding me.
Yeah.
Anytime I called, she wouldn't pick or return the calls. I had to let her be.
Okay.
Last week, our mutual I met in the same job hunting WhatsApp group posted her introduction pictures. Guess who her husband-to-be is?
Her boyfriend.
Imagine.
Jehovah.
You want to know another joke? She is pregnant.
With
Pregnant.
Jehovah.
Been trying to reach both of them because I deserve an explanation for this punishment. Obinna is not picking my calls. Cynthia is not picking my calls either. Went to his house. His gateman won't let me in. I have done everything to access Obi. But all efforts have been futile. Been sending messages, no response. I've been questioning myself if I did anything wrong to CC of Lagos, apart from my good deeds. I'm putting this out there because she's not talking to me, and it's the only way to get answers. CC of Lagos, what did I do to you? Did I offend you? How did my boyfriend become your husband to be? When did he become the nice guy? How did he become the father to your unborn child? Is this a prank? Someone even wrote and said, calling in sick to work today so I can be here to help fight, get justice. F my job, fuck my job, and fuck my boss. But if this is clout and lies, God will punish you, Obina, Sisi, and the unborn child. That's just on someone reacting.
Not God will punish you.
What? First, when I saw this, I immediately saw you. I was like, Steph has to tell me what this girl did wrong, because Steph, please, what is happening? Who is to blame?
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Aliangukia Meron. Yeah, that's the one. Guy.
I don't even think there's anything I could say or do at this point. It feels like it's already sealed.
No, but it's over.
Yeah.
But you sit with her, with Aqua Igbo girl. So you sit with Aqua. You're like, babe.
First thing I would tell Aqua is, here's my therapist number.
You need therapy.
You need it more than I do.
I hope you have money, because this will be a lot of sessions.
You need it more than I do. It's also very heartbreaking, because especially she brought, first of all, they were friends.
Yeah.
And then she welcomed said friend into her home.
Bro,
and you know your home
paid
is
for
your
her
haven.
flight.
That
Ati, you know what, Saki Kosei interview.
Come, I got you.
Ata afadhali ungemtumia pesa afungue duka. Like what? Sheesh.
I think for Aqua, I would just tell her therapy would be a great release.
Yeah.
But I also think that I don't know if she would get the answers that she wants to get.
Kind.
And even if she did, I don't think they would be satisfying enough.
Yeah, okay.
Sometimes I feel like closure is a scam.
I get you. And it's really validating the idea of you don't have to be validated for you to feel like, yeah, no, I get it. She's a whore, she's a thief, she's a lying. No, you don't have to get that for you to feel, yeah, I was a good person here.
Yeah.
It's happened. Now you need to just find a way how you can. But friends.
Maskin. It's actually scary. But also karma. Like if it doesn't catch them, it will catch their child.
That's like, one of the things I fear about being mean to people.
Yeah. Because if it doesn't catch you, it will catch your future generation.
Have you fallen on a meron? Which is a melon? Yeah, have you fallen on a meron because of friends or friendship?
Yes.
Even things like money. Like I don't loan friends money. And I do not loan family. When I give family money, it's a gift.
Yeah. Amen.
And when I loan friends, even if, yes, I'll ask for it, I have to loan a friend knowing that I will give them, they say in a month, I'll give them 3 more months, because it's a lie.
No, I think, nimeagukia Meroni, I think in the context of friendships, but unaamka from the Meroni.
Yeah.
And we keep it moving. I think sometimes there's something I came across the other day about, in this world you have 3 types of friends.
Yeah.
And so they alluded to a house.
Yeah.
So you have your window friends.
Yes.
So these are people who can see the things that go on in your life, but they don't have like full access. And then now you have your door friends. So these are the people who come in seasons.
Yeah.
So they come in and they go, and they come and serve their purpose and they leave. And then now you have your floor friends. So these are the people, regardless of what happens, the floor never moves.
Hey, I used to say Claudia and Isabo is like, guy, I've been wanting. Where will pay your therapy? That's free therapy for Claudia. She's looking at you like, hey, who's this 80-year-old woman? Dressed like a 22-year-old girl. Who's this 80-year-old? That's very deep.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to start looking at my friends and seeing if they are
window, door,
or floor. That
very
is
simple.
So, that is,
and I think it saves you so much heartbreak, and you're able to manage your expectations when it comes to friendships. So I have my windows, my doors, and my floors.
Hey, so this is I think for you, you're in my door friends now. Because for me, I treat loyalty very seriously. Wow, people take it for granted. I don't know if people are bringing. I mean, the fact that you would come to my podcast, you would sit down with me, we can talk, and I can talk and tell you some, not even like nasty, but I can say something less nasty about something.
Yeah.
And I know between me and Steph, we'll laugh and probably even forget about it. That's a door friend that I've allowed you in. Because when people like get into your house and it's messy, you don't feel uncomfortable like, oh my God, I judge.
Oh, that's
if you have friends like that.
That's Cheryl for me.
If you have friends like that, bro, you need that sort of friend. If they get into your house and before they go by the time they get to Tao, oh my God, Claudia hata anakuanga mchafu, hata Claudia anachanga nguo kila mahali. That's not a friend. Bro, you have a paparazzi for a friend. So for me, things like those are very important.
Yeah.
But also, I've realized that you love love.
I'm a lover girl. Maskin, kidogo nilie. I love love so much.
But are you in love? Are you with is someone in love? Okay, there's so many people in love with you. You can see here.
There's so many
You
people
can see
who
here.
are in
Mark.
love with me.
Mark here is just looking at you like I have met the love of my life.
Maskin.
Where? Please, watu wa Ruiru wachane na wasichana wa Thika Road.
Yeah.
You live very far apart from each. Is there anybody
Thika Road
who is?
representing.
Yeah, is there anybody who is
as
trying
of
to
the
disturb your
moment,
mom with
no.
tupe msichana,
No.
tupe maua?
Nah.
Yeah.
There are no cows.
Yeah.
There's nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
But also even
But
when
you're also
I say
young, Steph.
I
It's too
love
young.
love.
Yeah.
It's also like our segment, A Love Letter.
Yes.
We dedicated it to changing and shaping the narratives around relationships and love. So be it platonic,
Yes.
romantic or familial. So I may
Yes.
not be in a romantic,
Yeah.
I may not be experiencing romantic love right now, but I'm
Yeah.
also experiencing familial love.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing platonic love.
Yeah.
And love
How
is
do
beautiful.
how do your DMs look like?
Imagine it's just babes asking me pale nimetoa nguo. I think
Guy.
people always assume this like guys. Okay, maybe sijaangalia requests, but like more often than
How
not,
do you
my
stay in your bag?
interactions,
There's
my
a segment
audience
we
is
have. It's called
predominantly
In
female.
My
Yeah.
Bag.
So yeah.
In my bag,
Gosh,
is
we probably
basically
need
all
to
about
check some
the
of those
things
requests
that I
like
do
to
to
stay
stay
in
in
my
my
bag.
bag.
How do
So
you stay
ideas.
in my bag?
is,
How do you
that
ensure
is-
you take care of
do-
your money
do-
like that? That is,
One.
hey, Steph, me, I'm gonna send a CV. I can't believe men, Kenyan men, African men. But Steph, if you fall for like a Ugandan man, no, if a Ugandan man falls for you and you guys end up pendanari, or Tanzanian man, or Nigeria, where imeenda. Because they will be like, bro, I'm not messing this one up.
Anywhere I go,
These are not messing it
talk
up. I
about
want
what
to be a
do,
mother.
talk
I
about
want
me as an
all those
entertainer.
things.
I
I mean,
do
but
that.
yeah,
Unashamedly
you know,
should
do
do
so.
so.
Don't be pressured though.
Yeah.
Do not be lied to about these pressures. Not be pressured to do any of these
Hey,
things.
yeah.
What are some of
Hello,
the things
come on.
Yes.
that you hold dear
So
to your
there's
heart?
that too.
You know, I mean,
I'll say
I've
finance-
seen
hold a moment
you
on that one.
amplify
People
the
can
voices.
clap for
of
me.
people
I like
and
the- I like the idea
femicide.
that can
It's
clap.
very near and
To
dear
me,
to
if
every
they're gonna
woman,
give my
every
flowers,
girl.
bro,
You don't have to
okay
know
on
anybody.
today.
And I always
For
say
me,
that if people
tragedy
clap for me,
does not have to be
close
louder.
to you
Yeah.
for
I
it
say
to
that
be
always was my
relative.
number one
Yeah.
biggest supporter.
In the
because
sense
I
that
know
people will
it
say, what
takes
is
to
your mom?
get
I'm like,
to where
stop
I
saying
am.
that.
I know the
What if it's
sacrifices
your
from- that's why
mom,
What
your
if it's your
sister?
sister?
What do you mean? So people
coming
should
at
not
my
be hurt
career.
only
Yeah.
when they are your
It's-
relatives, you
it's-
know?
it
So
takes
what are some of the
some
things
time.
that
It makes you feel some type of way.
poverty,
Yeah.
you know,
You guys do not
basic
know
education
how
for,
hard
young
work
girls
is.
and
As
boys
in,
Yeah.
in
I
underserved
say,
communities.
I'm proud
Yeah.
What are
of
those things that
the
tug on
progress
your
I'm
heart?
proud of how
It's
smart
funny you
I
ask
work,
that
how
because it's
hard I
been
work,
something
Yes.
I've been
and
meaning
I'm
to
proud
get
of
back
the
to.
person I
Yes.
am,
So
the
growing
person
up
I
and
am going to
especially in a
become.
Catholic
Yes.
and
I love
staunch
that.
home,
And that's
we
how you
used
stay
to
in
do a
your
lot
bag.
of charity.
Mhm.
So and even after I completed high school, my friends and I we had this. It wasn't registered at the time,
Yeah.
but we would move from say foster homes for kids. I remember we visited a rehabilitation
Yeah.
somewhere in Nyahururu,
Yeah.
etc. So it
Yeah.
was called the Save Kenya Foundation. But then I think because of people's schedules and everything, it didn't come to fruition completely. But even for that little time that we did a lot of charity, I realized I actually enjoy giving back.
Yeah.
And now even when I talk about my Catholic faith, we have these like small Christian communities, jumuiya. So like we go, like I go to Queens,
Yes.
and next to Queens there's like Nyumba ya Wazee and St. Teresa. So those are activities that I used to do so often, but I think of late I haven't.
Yeah.
But it's something I want to pick up. So charity is very close.
It's
to my
very
heart.
close to you.
Yeah.
But I like that. Not to mean that anyone who posts I don't like appreciate it, but I like that I don't see you posting it because I always say
Yeah.
your right hand should not know what your left hand
yeah.
is doing.
Yeah.
But I like that you're very intentional about that.
Yeah.
As we conclude, Steph, first I feel like I could talk to you the whole day. I mean, because you're very intentional.
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk about everything when
And
it comes to
anything
you.
under the sun,
Hadi naona
yeah.
umepiga look juu yangu. I'm like, hey Steph, wewe uchezangi.
Anto calls and I'm here.
You don't play.
Yeah.
Steph, when all is said and done,
Yeah.
what do you want your legacy to be about? When we have, when we are like Ukoma 60 and we're laughing, we're in some, country club.
Yeah.
And we're just saying, guys, do you guys remember when we used to be content creators?
Yeah.
And the way clients would just kwanda huyu ni mmoja huyu amepita hapo. Alikuwa tupea stress. What do you want people when they hear Stephanie Nganga?
Yeah.
What do people want? What do you want people to think of when they hear your name? When you leave a room,
Yeah.
what are they saying about Steph?
At the core.
Yeah.
There's something I live by, and I say this so many times, but
Yeah.
it's because I truly believe it, that the desire to create is one of the deepest yearnings of the human soul.
Wow.
I love that, and I don't know why I've not gotten a tattoo of it yet.
Yeah.
I should probably.
Do you have any
go and
tattoos,
call
by the way?
Yeah, I do. I have
You do?
two. Yeah.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
wow. Where we go, you're planning to also do corporate. Because, you know, like
They're
me,
on
no
this
one will
side.
see them.
They're on this side.
FYI, if Kenya was going to war,
Yeah.
and we had to they'd force us to go anyway.
Yeah.
But if you were forced to go to
Like if I was
NYS,
drafted.
where's draft you are? They were like, Akora tattoos. You know, they did draft some guys juicy for NYS.
Are you serious?
Nah,
Like,
yeah,
tattoos is-
Nothing.
So,
And
but
you
what
know,
did
and you know, you
it
Gen
do?
Zs,
Yeah.
your tattoos are like crazy. It's like a paw. Some young kid, a boy, had a paw of like some lion or tiger here on
Yeah.
their chest.
Yeah.
I was like, what was the inspiration? And even NYS doesn't want you there. But also, I don't like that. I find it very, very traditional,
It's very backward, yeah.
I mean, it's nonsense.
'Cause
Anyway,
it is an expression at the end of
yeah,
the day.
it's just nonsense. Every person, every human being
Yeah.
has the desire to create.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? Why do you feel that way? Why do you want to tattoo that on your body?
I think it would be I don't have to,
Yeah.
but it would be a great like constant reminder. So when it comes to serving my legacy, I hope by the time I leave this world, they know that I died doing what I loved, which is creating. I can't begin to fathom or express or quantify
Yeah.
how much creating brings a sense of joy
Yeah.
and purpose and fulfillment and satisfaction.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was to go today, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I hope that they remember that I loved creating, I continue to create, and my creation still exists.
I think you're like 42 years.
I like to say I'm an old woman
You're
trapped in the body of a
45.
young
Because the way you're wise, way wise beyond your years.
Yeah.
Steph, you are such a lovely guest. I mean,
Thank you so
it's been the most amazing, I think 45 minutes
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
It's also interesting how we can have a conversation and not feel bored at all. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for your time.
We need to do like a crossover.
Yeah, we need
onto
to do.
the
I have to
SNS.
come to your show.
You have to come.
But then we also need to do like a, I don't know, you know what, you and I need to figure out how we can do a collab, not just on Instagram,
Yeah.
the usual,
Yeah.
but on set.
Yeah.
Like, how can we make
Because
a
we're
set
both
that looks like
journalists.
mine and one that looks like yours?
Yeah.
And actually do like a really quick,
Yeah.
sort of like a game show, whatever,
Yeah.
together.
I'm down.
Yeah, let's
I'm
figure
so
it out. I
down.
think it will really make people want to work together.
Yeah.
And I was talking and saying that one of the things I realized as podcasters we're not doing is we're not commenting. I mean, we can do collabs when I come on your show, but we don't comment on content from other podcasters, which means either we're consuming it and we don't want people to know,
Okay.
or
I
we're
hear you.
consuming it and we're just afraid of, let me talk about it.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
When you have your love letters, when you have your debate club,
Yeah.
those are things I want to tap in.
Yeah.
Because it makes me think, and we have to give you your flowers.
Thank
so
you.
thank you for all the great job that you're doing.
Thank you.
I always watch your podcast and I'm like, guy, msichana akona pesa.
Sina pesa,
Vile
sina
anapiga
idea.
look.
Sina idea.
Manzi anapiga look hata
No,
ugopi.
you know, if you ask me where my
Hey.
money is, it's on SNS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the same thing with me here.
Yeah.
Feeding this boy is not a joke. These boys from Thika Road. Ni hawa ni wale watu wako. By the way, hawa ni watu wako. Go with these people, by the way.
Sawa, tuende
Yeah.
nyumbani,
And
guys.
then, guys, thank you, Steph, for your time.
Thank
you
you
are
so
an
much.
absolutely amazing person, and I
Thank
absolutely
you.
love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And she's single. Guys, make sure you go check out SNS with Stephanie Nganga. Please show her some love all over social media.
Thank
and
you.
also, as usual, make sure you follow us on all our social media handles at Unlock Your Soul. And this thing is misbehaving. Unlock Your Soul on TikTok, on Instagram, everywhere.
Yeah.
Just check us out. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to this page, to this YouTube page, and do all the love that you gotta do.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.